Lalit, I hope all are joined, right?
I think still people are joining. Just wait for few minutes.
Ash will join right now.
We're expecting more people to join.
A couple of people only. We are just starting it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of them have joined, I believe. Hello. I hope you can clearly hear me and you can see my screen also.
Yeah.
That PPT you can see, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So once again, welcome all to this session. So this is a new beginning on this auspicious day. And I hope all are doing well because I know this is a very difficult time for everybody on this pandemic, a lot of other issues. But this also gives them some opportunity to learn and to upskill our learnings, lot of ways into it. So this is just a starting of the program. Okay, so before that, I just asked Pannu to so what we are going to do is that this is a basic agenda for today's session. Tomorrow onwards, we are starting the class so that we will discuss in detail. So just Pannu, you can take over just to start things proceeding from here.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, if you, it will be good if you can switch on your video while you are speaking at least.
1 second of that. Hi, good morning, everyone. So, first of all, I thank Mr. Sreekanth sir for giving us this wonderful quote because take this opportunity. I mean, we all have a great opportunity with Sreekanth sir. We all know what his caliber of. So this is actually a great starting for us to learn things and elaborate our skills actually. And also welcome all those people who have accepted the invitation and who's gathered here for this beginning inauguration ceremony. I also welcome Mr. Jivan sir and Sangamesh sir to this program and all others. Let me. Actually, I prepared for the vote of thanks. I didn't expect for the introduction.
Yeah, true. See, basically, the thing is that how we need to formally start for today's session is just to start and just to give you an orientation about what we are doing and all those things. So it's good to have some kind of participations from all the participants also. We need to understand each other, what they are doing, and all those background also we need to know, because this is basically for the developers of the program. So we will go through. We will quickly finish also. Maybe 1 hour max to max. We'll take around 1 hour for today, because I know you have, everybody is enjoying your holidays. I don't want to eat much time from your side, just for discussions and all those things. But this is what we are intended to do, is have a orientation session. So what we are going to do, why we want to attend these sessions, those things we need to discuss. So thanks Ponu for that kind welcoming. So let me just give Jeevan. Okay, can you just speak of few words? That will be helpful.
Hi team, Sreekanth and Sangamesh and all my team members. We have been discussing always an year to give a wonderful training for our resources to improvise their capabilities. As Sreekanth always says, our team is doing the excellent performance for their technical perspective and functional perspective and service like support perspective and all. But even though learning is continuous process, till the last breath, we believe learning should be there. So Sreekanth is a person who is continuously learning. He's wonderfully achieved 2 more certifications recently. I really appreciate Sreekanth, your skill, interest to learn continuously. And more than that, again, I appreciate interest to impart the knowledge to the junior level people, means your team members, to improvise their capabilities further. So thank you very much for this initiative. And Sangamesh, thanks for your support for initiating this program. And even though it's a holiday, I appreciate all the people, those who are passionately participating in this program. And I request you all to take very seriously this training program, this 30 hours training program. I believe, or I'm sure that it will help you all to improvise your capabilities, whatever you do have now. Once again, all the very best. I invite all attention and participation, all of you. Wish you all the very best. God bless you. Thanks again. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Jeevan, so much. And I just see Sangamesh, if you can come and speak some words that will encourage.
Yeah, hi team. It's actually a wonderful initiative from Sreekanth to deliver this perspective about the computer software industry, how it is progressing. So I would like to thank Sreekanth for this opportunity, and I would like to also welcome all the team members. And I also encourage or request the entire team to participate in this program and get the maximum benefit out of it. And we will all have our own introduction sessions. I mean, we will introduce ourselves, but let me take a brief opportunity to introduce Sreekanth as such. I believe Sreekanth doesn't need introduction in this group as such, because all of us know him personally. However, I'll try to be brief to explain what I know about him. So we all know that he is in this industry, especially software industry, development industry, for last 20 odd years. So he has participated in numerous startups. He started his career with Infosys, and then he built a couple of startups. Now he is with Manappuram doing wonderful initiatives in the level of as a consultant to board of directors. So that's the kind of graph he has. And whatever we know of him, he's a very quick learner, and he's been a very good mentor to a lot of our team. And under him, I think a lot of people have started their careers, and then they have reached to a level where they see their own growth. And it has been really nice working with you, Sreekanth, and we will continue to engage ourselves in different endeavors in life. Okay, so great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks Sangamesh for these nice words. So it's really encouraging to work with people out there, and especially on the tech industry. So the industry is ever growing. The demands are huge. The skill sets demands are still so huge in industry because they are not able to meet that demand. Frankly speaking, the skill set that is really required in the industry. So I would like this initiative to get at least I know that taking a 30-hour sessions will not take you anywhere. This is just a beginning. You have to go, you have to learn and all those things. Those things we will discuss it a little bit later also. Now I just request everybody to just self-introduce yourself, your name, basically where you are working right now, and your experience in the industry, and what are your expectations from this course. So if you can introduce one by one, that will be good. I request all of you to switch on video also while you are speaking so that people can see also, because this is a difficult time. It will be good if you have a offline mode of training, but this is a new norm right now. Everybody is going into online trainings and all those things. So we also need to be adjusted to that. So I request people to introduce one by one. So Panu, if you can just figure it out and start it out, that will be good. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Hi, myself Ponu Epan. Okay, I started my career actually with Georgia Technologies as a software developer, and after that proceedings, I was working with Spring and Java there. Then after my 2 years career break, I met Sreekanth sir. That was a great turning point in my life because I thought my career was stopped after that 2 years career break and no one was ready to give me an opportunity. But Sreekanth sir trusted my abilities and he gave me opportunity. And that from that point, I was actually growing from all my career aspects. I have learned so much. I learned new technologies, Python, everything was new to me. But uh, I I learned by myself, and also he supported me everywhere. And I felt very sad when I heard he's leaving us. Okay, they're putting all the what risk factors behind me. Anyway, but that was also a nice opportunity for me to understand what I'm really potential or what my capabilities are. And I really thank for it. And it was a great pleasure working with the Jyoti Laboratories, and it was something that can be really written in my career or resumes. I work with an FMCG company. It's a great thing. And I really thank all the teams which supported me to till where I am now, and who believed in me. And I really thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah. Next, please. Anybody, I need not call the name. You can start, unmute yourself, switch on video and just introduce yourself. A few words will be helpful.
Hi, my name is Ashwin. I actually started my career under Sreekanth sir. Means he was my first mentor. I was looking up to him as a developer. He actually influenced my career in a very positive way. I think which is very good. Currently, I'm working as a Flutter developer in Map My Marketing. Yeah, that's it.
So if you can tell me what is the expectation also, that will be helpful. What do you expect from this course?
Yeah, as we all know, Sreekanth sir has a very good experience in software development. So I'm hoping to learn some of his coding standards and the way he approaches some of the problems that we have to solve as a software developer. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Ashwin. Next, anybody, please.
Hi, let me start my video. Hello.
Yeah. Ashwati.
Okay. Hi, sir. Hi, Jayan sir. Hi, Sankumesh sir. Hi, Manju. Happy to see you all once again. So about me, my name is Ashwati. I start my career with Sreekanth sir in IKEA Technologies. And then I came to my marketing with Sreekanth sir. And now I'm working in a US-based company, which is Perion. I'm working in Bangalore. That's all about me. And I have started working with Sreekanth sir. I have joined as a project trainee not actually project training. When I was doing my MCA, I came to SIR to do my project in ICAR Technologies. From there, I joined ICAR Technologies, and I think I worked there around 2.5 years. Then came to my marketing. There also around 2.5 years I worked. And like 3 years back, 2017 or something, I left MMM. Now joined a new company in Bangalore. So about the course, I I was actually not ready to take a project in Java when I was in MCA, because I was not at all okay with Java, or I was not at all okay with how I am with this, with that technology and everything. But then I came to Sreekanth sir, and sir was like, "Don't worry about anything. You can do it." So I just started that way, and everything was very good. And I know how Sreekanth sir will give all the knowledge. Till now, I have not forgot anything what he taught me, and it was very good throughout my career. So yeah, that is the main reason why I joined here. I know how he will teach, and anytime, every time there is something new which he have to tell to us. That's the reason why I joined here. So yeah, I'm looking forward for that. Thank you.
Thanks, Ashwati.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Akhil, and I'm working in web marketing for the last 3 years. I think my journey starts from 2018 August with Sreekanth sir, and from that time onwards, he was our mentor. Like me and us will start as a fresher. That's like completing the course. Then we joined the company, and he gave a entire projects in the beginning itself. Not even a training. We can do that. Likewise, he started our journey. The initial time was a little bit tough, but gradually, uh, I studied what exact coding and what is the development. And yeah, you can see that 3 years I get. I mean, still working in this company under him. So I'm proud to be a developer under him. Thank you, Sreekanth sir, for that. I know your course will be definitely helpful for everyone. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Thanks, Akhil. Yeah. Now, please, others, you can start. Who else is there?
Yeah, good morning, sir. My name is Evelyn, and I completed my MC in last year, that is in 2020, and I was working as front-end freelancer. That was just for a few months, and recently I joined in my marketing company as a software developer. And as a novice, I'm really expecting something new and very beneficial. That this training will be very beneficial for my knowledge and skill that helps me to improve my career. That's all.
Yeah, thanks, Elvin. Yeah. Where others? Manju, you're there? She joined or she left? Okay, we'll come to Manju, and I'll just go.
No, she was there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, next person.
We'll come to next person. We'll let come to there.
No need to call each of one by one the name. You please take one by one the opportunity and introduce yourself.
Yeah, just quickly introduce yourself.
Okay, I can go now. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I am Surat Suril. and I got to know about this post from one of my father's friends. I had seen the poster, and basically about myself, I am a graduate from BITS Pilani. I completed my BE in computer science this year, and I just joined in Bluejeans by Verizon as a backend core developer. I'm looking forward to this course to get to know more about software development and the core aspects of it. And yeah, that's it about it.
Yeah, thanks, Suraj. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
My name is Shine. I'm from Kollam. And now I'm working in web marketing for the position of Angular developer. Previously, I worked in Satya Digit Solutions as a full stack developer, and I also worked in Ionic. And by doing this section, I would like to acquire more knowledge about all the sections, all the backend and front end.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm John Scaria. I have joined My Marketing for 4 months. I'm in the position of Flutter developer. Earlier, I was an Android developer, and I switched to Flutter for the past 1.5 years. So that's all.
Okay, thanks, John.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Sorry, I couldn't switch on my video because I am.
Divya? Yeah.
Actually, hi team. Divya from Thrissur, and I'm an MCA graduate and started my career with Sreekanth sir. It was a great experience with him, and he gave me a lot of opportunities to improve myself and to study new things. I study Groovy and Rails, Flex, lot of new languages, and with him, there is a talking with him. It is a very great experience because he is always thinking about new things, new languages, new what new things in the programming and developing sites and designing sites. Actually, it was a great time with him. Unfortunately, in 2010, I have joined with him, and 2013, unfortunately, I want to discontinue from his company because of some personal reasons. And after that, I have joined in a college as a lecturer. And after 3 years, for my second delivery, I stopped that career too. And now I have joined in a data consulting company as a data engineer. Its name is Solston Data Consulting, and now I am working with a new tools like Talent and SAP. So it is also a great experience, and the things that sir told me, go to the new things. It will be a great experience, and that words make me in continuing in this software career. All times I feel I got that an opportunity in my career. That is, I studied a new language in my college working days. That is a MATLAB, and some applications I studied. That is Adobe Photoshop, Corel Draw, Illustrator. Some that all things I studied, and I teach the students also. And actually, the thing that got from sir it was always with me, and it will be with me. And I want new things from him. It will be a great experience. That's why I joined here. That's also.
Yeah, thanks, Divya.
Hi all, I am Samina from Palakkad, and I am graduated in BCA and start my journey with my marketing team in month of May. Basically, I have almost more than 6 months experience in this field, so hope this section will be a great opportunity for me to build my career in different technologies, and hope I can learn more. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Amina. Who else is left right now?
Sorry about the video.
Anybody left? Or I think some people are missing also. Some people have joined and then left also.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Shijil. I'm from Kannur, Kerala. I started working as a Flutter developer for MapMy Marketing like 1.5 months ago. Before that, I was doing freelancing work for around 2 years. Before that, I was completing my business degrees. That's when I changed my career to software development and started working here. I hope this session will be very helpful in learning a lot of new things, as I'm new to this whole software industry. I hope I learned something new from you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Shijil.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Aravind. I'm from Thrissur. Presently, I'm working Macon solution. Okay, last 3 years I'm working as a .NET developer in Macom.
Okay.
Yeah.
What your expectation also, if you can brief it out?
Yeah, learning new things from in .NET.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else left to introduce? Okay.
I think
Sangamesh
Manju got disconnected. I think something was wrong with her.
Okay.
Did someone call me?
Yeah, Sangamesh, if you can introduce yourself also, because you also joined as a participant in this thing.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that thing. Fine. Yeah.
Sure, certainly. Okay. I'm Sangmesh. I've been in the field of finance and analytics for almost 20 years now. I am currently with MapMy Marketing, handling finance division for MapMy Marketing. Other than that, recently I have upgraded, or I have been learning Python and data science as such. So I have completed a course in data science. Now working or looking forward to learn AI using Python. So I basically in the transition stage of from pure finance to software analytics, or basically business and data analytics segment. So that's a brief introduction of me.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks so much, Sangamesh. So I hope all currently who are all in this call has introduced themselves, right? Is anybody left? Anybody remaining? No, I think
I think all I have not introduced, but if you want,
yeah, you can Jeevan, you can also introduce yourself.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Hi, myself Jeevan. I have been working associated with Sreekanth, I think last more than 15 plus years. We know each other. As I introduced in the welcome speech itself, I said the ability is what he holding to learn as well as train others. We have been jointly conducted a few training programs in colleges also. It was a wonderful experience for me. And very nice to meet you all. Ashwati, after a long time, I'm meeting you. Like, thanks to coming for this training program. And all other team members welcoming for once again this training program. I'm expecting this training program will be helpful for all our fellow members to increase their capabilities, to increase their technical capabilities, as well as beautifying their codes. Even though I'm not in a technical backup, I have my core strength in functional understanding and sales and marketing. That's my core capability in my career. So now, because of some situations, I was pressured to take some responsibilities into technical coordination role. As a team player, I hope I am doing my responsibility into that perspective to some extent, with the support of Ponnu, Manju, Ashwin, Akhil, and other new members in the team. We are delivering the beautiful support, continuing the beautiful support for the clients. So once again, I'm expecting more capability for our resources to improvise their capability to deliver the best services for the clients. That's all. Thanks again, Sreekanth, for the initiative. All the best. Manju is facing some network issues, Sreekanth. She must be joining immediately once she's back. She's traveling back to home. She just informed me.
Okay, so I think she has joined, I believe.
She in between you got disconnected. That's what she said to me.
Yeah, fine.
She's trying to connect once again. She must be joining. Now I think now she joined.
Yeah.
Right? Manju, can you introduce yourself? So I think we can start. She may be struggling because of network issue in the car. She's on the way back to home. That's why I just personally called her.
Okay.
Once she's reached home, I think she can introduce.
Yeah. Okay, Manju, when you are back, we can introduce yourself. So I'm just continuing with this thing. So basically, we'll briefly discuss what is a course outline that we are going to have in these courses. So I know how much you are comfortable with it. So what I'm seeing from these responses that we have from the freshest to experienced people, I think Manju may be the highest experienced in this group, around 10 years, right? Then it's followed by Ashwati. Ashwati, you have around how many years experience? You have around 6 or 7?
Yeah, 6+, reaching 7.
Yeah. So Ashwati, a lot of experienced people to freshest people. So that makes my job a little bit more difficult also. Definitely, but that's part of the game. That's I believe. So my expectation is to give you see this. If you look into these courses, why I selected this content of these courses are basically into design things. So I expect some programming knowledge from you, any language. So even though some of the examples we may be following in Java mostly, but even if you don't have that much exposure to Java, you can easily follow it up. That's what I am looking into. But there are some concepts, irrespective of the language that you are using, whether you are using C#, whether you are using Java, Python, or Flutter, or any kind of languages you are using, these concepts are there. Okay, so coding standards, if you look into the coding standard, why we require a coding standards, so that is also a concept. Right, so that coding standards may differ from one language to one other language, so like that, but the concept is same for whatever the languages that you are using into. So that's what I'm telling. So this particular program is basically language independent. Okay, so any language, but I expect some kind of programming knowledge to follow these things, because we are speaking not on the very primitive things like algorithms and data structures. No, not like that. We will be looking into the design part. Okay, one more concept is there, which is on the architecture side. So I'm not covering that architecture schedules also, which is little bit more difficult for the freshers to understand. But this, I believe, with little bit hard work, even the freshers also can definitely follow it up. So we'll start with object-oriented concepts. I know almost all of you have good knowledge on the object-oriented concepts, right? So this will be mostly a refresh course. I would say this will be mostly a refresh course, so that we'll be following it up. What is object-oriented concepts and all those things? I'm sure most of the people who have studied in your BTECs, BCA, MCA, so whoever comes from the background of computer science should have definitely learned something about object-oriented concepts. And in these times, most of the languages also supports these object-oriented concepts. But there are something we need to refresh it out our mind before we going into higher subjects. So this is the first thing that we will be looking into, and that will be the tomorrow. And then we'll come into code smells, clean coding, some very interesting concepts of what is a code smell. Somebody may be heard of these terms, but maybe may not be, most of them may not be aware about these terms. Anybody heard about these code smells? At least heard. I'm not going to ask the detailed things. Anybody? Ashwati, Divya? Some senior people only I'm asking. Panu, if Manju is there, Manju?
No, I'm not saying there's code smells.
No, sir.
Okay, so okay, that's all. That we will discuss it. But these are the themes that we should, as a developer, we should always remember. As from the developer to a designer to a tech lead, we should know what all these code smells are there, and what are the clean coding concepts. Okay, so that we will be introducing. And there are some kind of design principles are there, which is dry. Don't repeat yourself, which is the short form of this dry, and dependency injection kind of things. Solid principles are there. I don't know how many of you heard about these solid principles, or these are the 5 principles that is put together as a solid principles. So what is a solid principles, or why we require a solid principles? These are very, very important things into that. And then we comes into design patterns, which I put it into 2 sessions out here. Okay, why? Because this is a little bit bigger topic. There are a lot of design patterns are there, and we at least should know why we should know the design patterns that we will discuss in those classes, because this is a very important topic. Even when you are speaking with senior developers or architects, they will definitely use these terms. Okay, to solve this problem, you use this pattern, you use a factory pattern, you use a singleton pattern, like that. Those people are speaking. So whenever they are speaking about those kind of patterns, you should be aware that there are some kind of patterns are there which we can use in software industry, and which we can apply to some of the existing problems. Then obviously the coding standards. So some of the coding standards also we will discuss. What is the cases, like something we will look into Angular, Java, C#, etc. So as I said, the coding standards for each language may be different. Whether I am using camel case, whether I am using a Pascal case, Dash case, lot of cases are there. So that will be different. And another important part is secure coding. So this is also very, very important thing. I think most of the people are neglecting this part, that they are telling it's a part of a testing. Okay, it may be little bit part of the testing, security testing, like vulnerability and penetration testings. We are calling as a VAPT kind of things. But this is how we should discipline ourselves to write better, clean and secure codes. So that is our focusing on. And I hope all of you are comfortable, mostly all of you are comfortable with the Git repository system. If you're not, don't worry, we'll go through those Git repository system also once, and they will come across some kind of SOPs and how we should do the code reviews in Git, and what is the importance of code review. Those things also we will cover it out. And there are some kinds of developer disciplines, ethics. So it's not a formal rules, but we should have some kind of disciplines and ethics in our life, so that we will become a better programmer day by day. So that's where we will be looking into this session. And then a small introduction to UI UX fundamentals. I know you see why I put it in UI UX fundamentals here. Most of the developers I found here, they are very good at the backend logic, but even for a small UA things, they are struggling with, because they don't know how to present that to, even with the screens also, even with the things also. I think some of them have really improved out here. I know few people are struggling with the UA first, but then they also learned something and they started. I'm not expecting you to be a UA UX expert out there to have these tools like, I'm not teaching the tools. I'm not teaching Adobe Photoshop. I'm not teaching Adobe XD or any other kind of designing tools. There are a lot of tools are available, but I'm not going to teach it. But there are some things we need to keep in mind when we are doing the UA UX things. So these are the fundamentals. At least you should know the fundamentals of UA UX. What are the things that we need to keep when we are planning to it. And I think I have planned for 3 hours. That we will see how much. I know I don't want to bombard with you with the knowledge that by 3 hours I don't know how much attention you all people you will have, but at least we'll see how we can improve it with the interaction. So your interaction is very important out here. So it's a combined learning, so it's a new learning. So your investment in this course is not in terms of money, but more than that, I always believe your time is more precious than any money. So you are putting your money in the sense of your time here. So that we have to utilize it very well. So at least I will come into some kind of discipline. So this is the time. I hope all are fine with that. Every day we have from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So 3 hours we are keeping in between. Sorry. You're able to see my screen?
No, sir.
No,
just a minute. Sorry for that. I hope now it is visible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. So this is the way that we are approaching. I know a lot of topics that we are looking into. So I will keep myself mostly the way simple and informative for you. I may not go into too much details of it. And if you see, we require to go into details of this discussion somewhere in some topics. Definitely we can arrange some other sessions also, whoever interested to go to next level. That also I can offer you. And some of other plans also I have on the teaching, especially on different areas. So we can come into the basics. So there are some, I know there are freshers are there. So we can refresh the basics of computer science also, like what is a life cycle, SDLC. You may have heard about the software development life cycles, and even the algorithms, data structures, or whatever it is. Those things also we can definitely come, and definitely we can visit on that thing. So that will be mostly for the fresher or kind of developers, or whoever wants to refresh those things also, what you have learned in your career. That also we are planning on the advanced level also. Once this course is completed, if people are still interested, that's what I hope. If you are still interested, we can go into more advanced topics like architecture, microservices, kind of things, and even Docker, Kubernetes, a lot of other areas. Even possible we can go into cloud computing also. And next we can have data science, artificial intelligence, even blockchains. A lot of areas we can walk through also on these areas as we are interested. So this is a beginning. This is a new beginning. Even for me also, I am not, frankly speaking, I'm not also much. Even though I'm taking classes, even though I'm taking sessions, not like it's in a structured way. So this is also a new beginning for me. So there will be some problems that I hope you can understand, and you can definitely help me to improve it also. So your feedback, your participation is very much important in these courses. Anybody have any questions on this? Or should I continue?
Not really, you can continue.
Yeah.
From my side.
Okay, so if anybody have any questions, you can definitely stop me. You can unmute yourselves and ask. I like those participations rather than just sitting in front of the system and just listening. I would really like some kind of participation. So anywhere you have any issues, anywhere, anything in issues, you can definitely interrupt and speak yourself. You are always welcome. So these are some terms of conditions, because every course we should have some terms and conditions. So I said the communications will be English. I know most of you are comfortable with Malayalam also, but I think there are some people in this course who may not be that much comfortable with Malayalam. So I thought, okay, let it be, make it English only. So these are very normal things. So I'm planning to take some quizzes also. So just to get your understanding and just to get the feedbacks also. And I'm not actually planning any for kind of, this is not basically a certification program. So there will not be much kind of exams and all those things, but definitely there will be some kind of quizzes, polls, etc., which will be definitely. And I request everybody to follow a discipline in the class, and so that I am coming into. Basically, these are my minimum expectations from you. Switch video on. So you can switch on the video. See why even I am attending some classes right now. I am learning some classes. As Jeevan said, I have done artificial intelligence and especially in BFSI area courses from IIT Roorkee, and then I did a course from IIM Calcutta on blockchain and financial blockchain and fintechs. Then now currently I'm doing another course from IIM Nagpur on the strategic management. So this is a 1-year course where almost everywhere the sessions are 3 hours. And so what I did from there as a personal commitment from my side is that I will try to keep my video on all the time, even though it is not required, but I will always unmute. So I will always be mute from my side. So whenever it is required, I can unmute and speak. And there are some other customs also that I'm not going into. But why I am keeping my video on is because I just want to ensure that I am attending a class. I want to be vigilant. I don't want to sit like so much like this. So be vigilant. That's where the best way to learn, and actively take notes also if possible. That will help. Even if I don't have any issues in sharing the presentations and all those things, but once you are on the camera, you are vigilant. So, and make sure you take a session from a place where you are basically, you can plan it out well, because these are predefined sessions. You can plan it out well. If not that much urgent, you can avoid the traveling. You can pick a place where the internet is there. Your visibility is there, so you can more interact and more use this case. So whenever you are speaking, make sure that you switch on the video so that other people can see, at least on the interactive side, and make sure your audio is always off. I know you are taking from home. There will be a lot of disturbances from the homes also. Some kids may be there, or some sounds there that which you cannot control. So make sure your audio is off, and unless or asked to do so, you make it off itself. And whenever you want to speak, obviously you can unmute and ask it. There is nothing. And participation, that's again I'm repeating. So this is very, very important. So participate maximum in conversation. So that's where you will gain it actually. Don't think that if I ask this question, whether this will be a foolish question, whether other people will laugh. Don't think like that. Your question, somebody asks a question and other people think, okay, this is what exactly my doubt also. That's what happens in sessions. So don't think that whenever I ask a question, whether this will be a foolish question, etc. Whatever your doubts, you ask it. And I'm just claiming that I'm not an expert, maybe not be an expert in all these subjects, but whatever I know, I will try to give you the answer that time itself. If I don't know, I definitely will come back to you by looking into the answer and asking. So that's what I can give you. So it's not like I'm a tutor who comes to and teaches you. It's more like a friendship. I know most of people here, most of them are my friends also, and definitely we can interact also over phones also. If you have any doubts, you can definitely reach out to me. But the key is the participation. So don't afraid. If you are afraid to ask in class, you can write it to my mail, you can WhatsApp me my number, or you can call me, SMS me, whatever the thing. I'll definitely will help you out there, whether if you are not picking it up somewhere, or you have the doubts whether you are afraid to call. But I will encourage people to ask the questions in the class itself, so that other people also will be definitely get benefited out of it. So that's what my minimum expectations into it. So my few questions before we starting these things, I have some few questions for you also. Let's see how much we interact or participate in these things. I will just tell you my questions. First is why we want to learn it, why we need to attend these kind of courses, and what we want to learn it. Okay, as a software engineer, so the knowledge is big. So as a software engineer, we always think what I want to learn next, and why we want to learn it, and when to learn, what is the best time to learn, and how to learn. These are the 4 questions. We'll try to address it in this session, so that this will be helpful for you in future also, in future classes also. So first, my question is that why to learn? So somebody can give some answers to it, that will be helpful. Why we need to learn? Come on, I need some answers.
I think, as Jeevan said, learning is a continuous process. You cannot ignore, and you cannot actually ask why learn. It is by default to keep learning something or the other. And moreover, IT as a field is continuously changing field. It is not a constant field. It is not like old theory subjects where it has been predefined. So I think that gives a reason to learn something new all the time in IT especially.
Yeah. So continuous process, changing field, very valuable points that Sangamesh said. Come on, anybody else? I'm not calling. Should I call the name, or you can yourself definitely can speak? Just give your thoughts on it. It's nothing right or wrong, or this thing. Whatever you feel, why you want to learn. So many people, I think, said that we want to learn new things, right? So that we will look into what is in these new things in our next question. But why we want to learn the new things?
Sir, one point from me.
Yeah.
More than new things or whatever things, the brushing up of the knowledge is which is so much important, because the thing is that now we'll be working on different technologies, everything. Suddenly our brain will always stuck on that particular thing, and we'll forget whatever acquired before, the main basics and the building blocks which always needed. So always we have to brush up the knowledge, and that will actually help us a lot to go forward.
Yeah. That's a very valid point, because as I said, we learn a lot of things in our colleges during our work, but something we may have already forgotten. Then we went to the work again, we'll think. So brushing up is, as Ashwati pointed out, it's a very valid point. Yeah, thanks Ashwati. And yeah, I'll some other people also can.
Sri, I'm seeing this learning process in a different in a different approach. Basically, as you rightly said, we do the learning from the day we born, right? It's a continuous process. We went to academic. We went after that. Few friends taught few things to us, relatives, parents. Everything I'm feeling like it's a learning process we are going through. When it's helping us, when the critical situations comes into solve alone or our own. So what I feel, whatever the opportunity to learn, I know very clearly I may not be able to understand whatever we are going to talk in the technical perspective in this class, but I know very clearly how to use these 10 points in the marketing perspective. That I'm very clear about it.
True,
When
true.
I'm selling this particular product to any company, I will tell to that company, suppose we are following the standards. This is the way I am developing my product. This is how my resources are working for you. So what each and every learnings will be affecting for each and every resources into different perspective. So if you can use into that perspective, it will be fantastic in their career. And the continuous learning will help us to implement in personal and professional and academic life or business life. That is what I believe.
Yeah, true.
So learning for everywhere, not for in one particular technology or whatever. That is what my perspective of learning, or when I'm attending any level of training programs.
Yeah, great, Jeevan. That's a very good point. Actually, so how you look into a different perspective. So all others are into development perspective. So Jeevan is looking into or entrepreneurship or marketing
perspective,
100%. So that is also definitely. That is also will definitely help you if somebody asks what standards you are following, how you are planning the designs. That's really helpful actually.
Including the ethics of my resources also can be solved out.
Definitely.
Of course.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Thanks, Jeevan, for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else have to add?
Yes.
Yeah, Avanav.
Learning always improves our productivity because we are not, everyone is not 100% perfect in anything. Okay, like Ashwati said, when we are brushing up our knowledge and when we are when we are sharing our knowledge, we will improve our self productivity. So why do we learn? So definitely we improve our productivity.
Yeah. True. Definitely true. Yeah. Anything else? Anybody to add? Okay, there are a lot of points why we want to learn. So simply if you look into, I'll just come into, because this is learning is a very big or very broad topic. Why we want to learn. So we know the career path, right? So where we are starting, where we want to end. Say software industry itself is a very big. There are a lot of areas that you can learn and you can start building it out. But I'm just briefing some kind of things that what you want to do in your career as a software engineer. So as we know, everybody starts from zero, right? You join for some courses. I have seen people. That is a different story that I will come into. But definitely, I have seen people joining some courses, maybe for computer courses on PCA, MCA, BTech, or BSc Computer Science, a lot of things. And then finally, once you pass out this section, these courses, you join into some companies or whatever the things, you are starting from here, right? So this is this is where you are starting, right? Your starting point, I would say. Now, what the skills that you require out here? So if you look at the software engineers, which we say that is somewhere around 0 to 3 years experience. So up to 3 years, you say you are a software engineer. So what kind of things, mostly what will be the main skill that you require? It's a programming language, right? I think most of you will agree to me that the main skill that you require as a software engineer at the beginning of your career is a coding, right? So you want to, somebody will comes and gives you, okay, what languages you know? Okay, I know C#, I know Java, I know Python, I know Flutter, whatever it is. Okay, you start doing this form. So this is where everybody begins. So you have the programming languages skills. You are brushing up your skills on the programming languages. So you may not be knowing hundreds of languages, or even maybe may not be more than 3 or 4 languages. So you may be knowing very few languages. In that also, you may have some kind of specialization, because I am a Java expert. People like to say I'm a Java expert, or I am a Python expert. I know all the Python in Python framework for frameworks, or even Python libraries I know how to use. Some people will come and say I am a front-end developer. Front-end developer in the sense I'm very good at HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or Angular, React, or whatever the things like that. Somebody will come and say that I am a mobile expert. My expertise may be in the Android side. My expertise may be in the iOS side. So if you consider this, first you have to start with the programming languages. Obviously, I think most of you have learned some kind of algorithms also. We may not be using all those algorithms directly right now because there are a lot of libraries are there, but these are very, very important things as a software engineer. So you have to see how you are going, what the skills are required from there. That's why we have to see, we have to upskill ourselves. So we want to learn new languages, we want to learn a lot of things, etc. So I know some cases, whenever I did my degree or whenever I did my MCA, there was no Java, there was no Python. Even though Python was there, language was there, even though Java language was there, even though C# language was there, these things were never taught in our colleges. So what we have learned COBOL, we have learned FoxPro, something, we have learned C, C++, obviously. Then we went to COBOL, FoxPro, Fortran, these kind of languages that were taught when I am there in the colleges. But if I say that I only know these languages which the college people taught to me, then I will not do anything else. What will be my career? So nobody wants me, right? So I want to upskill myself. So when I have joined Infosys, obviously they were using C and Oracle, but a lot of other things I have learned. Then I started my own ventures. I realized a lot of things. I started even, I was not aware of about Java, even though I heard about that Java, but I started in programming in Java and like that. So programming language is very, very important, but that is not everything. So I gave people that if I learn a language, that is everything. That is a wrong concept. But obviously you require so much knowledge in programming language that may not go into much deeper into more than 3 or 4. There are people obviously with that kind of knowledge, but we'll stick to some few languages out there. Okay, sorry. Now then we'll come into senior software engineer. So there we will start with the designing, basic architecture, code designs, coaching, training. I know most of you people, once you are have 1 year, 2 year experiences, you have experienced this feeling that some freshers are assigned to you as your trainees. Somebody is reporting to you. Now, what you require the skills, you require some kind of coaching skills, you require some kind of training skills, because till that time you are doing your own work and going home. Okay, you are not, when I joined Infosys, I'll tell you this story. When I joined Infosys, the thing I noticed first is that every coding is doing by us, and a lot of other people are there. I don't know what they are doing, why these many people are there, because coding is done by us. I thought coding is the most difficult part in software engineering, but slowly I realized that coding is not the hardest part in computer engineering or computer industry. As we grow to the ladder, it will become more and more difficult because you require a lot of other skills also other than the coding. So coding is required, definitely. But coming into as a senior software engineer, you require some kind of design skills. That's what mostly we will be covering into these sessions. And you require some kind of architecture skills, and you require a lot of management skills also, starting with the management in this, not into big strategies, theories, etc., but at least some kind of coaching, training your trainees under you, like that. So there also you want to upskill your skills, right? And come into tech lead, or you say program lead, technical lead, whatever the term you call. So there also you require, you want to go to advanced architecture, project management skill. So here you may have to manage a complete project thing. So a lot of areas you have to look into: the project management, how you are managing a project, advanced architecture kind of concepts you need to do. So a lot of things you have to do into tech lead. And then comes into engineering, then you can definitely reach up to maybe CTO in technical terms only, I'm telling. So CTO also. So there are a lot of things. Even here, it's skills includes a lot of other things: hiring skills, people skills, strategic thinking, like which technology, what kind of technology we need to use in our organizations, how we are forwarding. These are the skills of a CTO. And if you look into the engineering, the VP, maybe one smaller level than these different companies calls in a different name. So I say it's a VP engineering. So here also it's mostly into architecture designs. So these people may not be coding, may not be. There are people still coding, but once comes into CTO levels and all those things, you require a lot of other skills. So I say you look into that kind of career path. You may be saying I'm very beginner, novice. I don't know that thing, this thing. I don't know that skill. Okay, skills can be acquired. I'll really tell you, skills can be definitely acquired. A lot of skills you will learn by doing it. I know people who are so much frightened to speak to client, so much troubled when they want to communicate with people also, but they changed it over the time. They changed a lot. I think still, I believe a lot of people here also understand that thing. When the responsibility comes to you, you don't have any other choice than doing it. Then you start doing it, you will learn it. So that is possible. If I can do, definitely you also can do. Right. See, I really appreciate Sangamesh also on this part. As Sangamesh said, he started his career as a finance guy. Now he's learned Python and doing the data analytics. Is a wonderful thing. Really, really wonderful. I really appreciate that thing. Without any technology background, he learned something. So that's where you have to do. You have to learn new things, take initiative, do it yourself, and then doing it, your career will definitely improve. So I hope you people are aware that why we want to learn. The next question, say, I will just come into this one: theory of money industry, theory of knowledge. Okay, so there are three things we would say. See, what you know. Okay, so for the first thing is that something you know, what do you know? Something, say you know that you know. Okay, maybe you know that if I ask somebody, especially say ask Punu, what do you know? She may tell that I know HTML, I know Angular, I know Java, I know Greece, etc. So like that, if I ask one by one, people, you will say that I know that these things I know. So that's what you know, that you know it. Okay. Now the second things comes. So this is a very small portion in the entire knowledge spectrum. If you look into this, is a very small portion. And there is another thing that you know that you don't know. You know that you don't know. This is a part. This is the second part. This is the first part. Okay. So here I know that I don't know that. Means something is something. If I say that I don't know what to tell, but if you ask me, say there is a concept called design patterns. So I know that design patterns is there, but that thing I don't know. I know that there is Python, artificial intelligence, but I don't know that. So that is one kind of concept of that you know, you are aware that you don't know those things. And the third and the most portion of that spectrum covers that you don't know that you don't know. Okay, I'll tell an example of these things. So suppose if I ask Docker and Kubernetes, how many of you know that there is something exists like Docker and Kubernetes? Maybe very few. I don't know. Punya, you know about Docker and Kubernetes?
I heard about it. Yeah, I heard about it.
You heard about it. So it comes into you know that you don't know.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
And Ashwati, obviously you maybe heard about all those things, right?
I'm using, but still I don't have.
Yeah, okay, you are using, so you can come into you know that you know something, right?
No.
I'm there in that space, you don't worry.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people will be there. So that's what the knowledge is like that. So you can divide it into three spectrums.
Yeah, in fact, even if you take the entire spectrum of knowledge and the knowledge that the entire humankind has, there's so much of knowledge which still needs to be discovered by entire humanity put together.
Yeah, definitely.
So we have gone beyond, maybe we have reached moon. Beyond moon, there is still knowledge. There's still search pending. There's still
so we
lot
don't
of
know
things to be
what
searched
exists
for.
beyond our visibility.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things which you don't know, and you don't even know that you don't know that.
Yeah, that's interesting thing.
This spectrum is very interesting, Sri, actually.
Yeah.
This slide is very interesting.
Yeah, so that's where how you can improve your knowledge is applying this theory of knowledge. So you list it out what all things you know, and list it out what all things you know that you don't know. Okay, you heard about it, but you don't know about it. Okay, you can limit it into technology also. You can limit it into any other financial or any other domain that you want to have. Then you see a lot of other things research you come across that you cannot never list it out. You don't know that you don't know that you can never list it out. That is so huge, but at least these two parts you can definitely list it out, and you can improve on that. You can make something added to the two, and then you can move that into one. That's how you increase your knowledge. Okay, so that's a theory of knowledge, it says, right? And some I don't know whether this is anybody have heard about this word cloud. I think Sangamesh might have.
Yeah, I have been using.
Yeah, you have been using, because this is a concept in data analytics. So there are a lot of things are here: big data, machine learning, deep learning. So something you can say that I know this exists. There are a lot of languages also. I don't know how many of you have heard about Lua language. Maybe very less Pascal language and Ruby. So something I can say that I know that I don't know, but something. So if you look into that, this is a major thing. This whatever we say, it's mostly into a drop in an ocean, like Sangamesh said. So this is why we want to learn actually. And see what to learn. I'll just quickly come into these things. So as a developer, there are a lot of things, but quickly what I can put across as what you want to learn out there, so that if you know that, well and good, or something you may not be knowing that you don't know that, you can put it in the second list. Or if something is totally new to you, you can add it to your second list also. So programming languages, some of the programming languages that you can specify. I know it's impossible. There are hundreds and hundreds of programming languages exist from the beginning to this date. And even now also new languages are getting written for many specific reasons. And it is impossible for human beings to understand every language, but at least something we can use, we can easily learn, and we can easily implement it. So you should know, at least aware about at least couple of languages to be comfortable with. And I expect at least one or two languages you have the expertise in it. Other than that, you should know actually there are some languages are there. There are something we can do with that languages. That kind of knowledge also definitely will help. And RDBMS structure, if you look into the database, earlier it starts with plain RDBMS things, then the concepts of NoSQL came, GraphDB came. Now it comes into big data, data lake, a lot of other concepts, data science, etc. So all these are extension of this earlier concepts of RDBMS. And design principles, which definitely will cover some of the major design principles into this architectures. I know you heard about the architectures, some of the architectures like microservice architecture, monolithic architecture, why we are going even service oriented architecture, SOA they called. So a lot of areas it is there. Then some kind of UI UX development, which we will cover a small portion into it. But this is also very important. I will tell you why the importance of this UI UX in those courses. Why you want to learn a UI UX, at least the developers also should be aware about this UX development, not just a don't come and tell that this is not my part of cup of tea. Some UI UX expert will come and do. Okay, they will come and they will guide you definitely on many points, but you should be aware at least the basic principles of this UI. And especially I would always tell the communication. Communication is the key for the developer. You are communicating with the system, machine, you are communicating with your peers, you are communicating with your clients, you are communicating with your managers, whoever it is. So communication is very key out there, because without that people will say, well, I'm sitting in front of the computer, why I need a communication. But if you have the communication skill, you definitely will have that kind of progress in your career. So don't worry if you don't have that thing. You can always learn communication. All those skills, definitely you can learn it. Okay. And emerging technologies, I said artificial intelligence, IoT, blockchain, etc. These kind of emerging technologies, at least you should know whenever somebody comes and asks you what is the use case of a blockchain or where the blockchain is used. At least you should know this blockchain is this thing. I don't know how to code it. Fine. I don't know the languages used to code the blockchain. That is fine. But what is blockchain? If somebody asks you, if you say that I'm blank on that, that means that you are not up to dating with the technologies that is happening in the world. Even though blockchain is not so new, it starts with cryptocurrencies. I hope you have heard about Bitcoins, if not invested in it. At least you have heard about these Bitcoins and all other things. So blockchain may be somewhere familiar to people out there. And artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is also not a new word. Artificial intelligence started in 1950s. So there is around some 60, 70 years thing is there. 70 years history is there for artificial intelligence. But still, these are emerged right now because of various reasons. I'm not going into details why AI came into prominence by this time, that we can discuss in some other classes also. And obviously the new thing is that cloud computing. So I know most of you are using clouds. At least some kind of AWS service, because the era is gone that you want big computers into your office and people are using networks, etc. Nobody is going into that way right now. Everybody is depending upon the cloud. So you should know what kind of cloud, like AWS or Google Cloud, Azure or Oracle Cloud, whatever the way, that those things you may have to learn it across. So these are some kind of broad things, and there are much more things that you want to learn. I just pointed out something what you want to learn as a developer. This is only on the developer perspective point of view. A lot of things you can add it, definitely. It's not a small thing. A lot of things you need to career it. So the next question is that this I want your interaction from that. What is the best time to learn according to you?
Anytime is a good time.
Anytime is a good time. Okay.
Whenever we are like moved to learn, that is my experience.
Whenever.
Different type of learnings I can say, like if you have systematic learning, of course, when we have the mood to learn, we can. Otherwise, every moment is learning, I believe.
Okay.
Not philosophically, I'm telling. For me, that it is.
Okay.
So observations gives you better learning every time.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Any other points?
I'm also towards Sangam's thing. I just anytime I'm doing coding, I'm learning something new.
Okay.
Anytime doing something, learning something new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? So my answer is this: the best time is now. There is no better time. Now is not today. Every time you have to think whether I have to learn it. This is the best time. Okay, why I'm doing why I'm saying that thing is that, see, people have a lot of things. I say graduated out maybe some 10 years back. Is this a good time to learn new things? And some people are saying like that's what I really appreciate. Once again, Sangamesh, he started his career. Maybe it's a big risk for him to start a career as a developer at this age and experience, because he has a finance industry, but that may definitely will help you. He may have selected maybe for a specific reasons out there, but what I'm telling is that the way you want to learn, there is no better time. You don't wait for time. Okay, even though today is Vijayadashmi and a most auspicious day that we call as a best time to start new things, I agree to that point. I agree to the customs also. But what we are telling is that you always remember this thing. The best time is now. You have to start now. Okay, you cannot change the past. Definitely, you cannot. You can creep that I have not learned in IIT. I have not learned in. I have not gone and studied in IIM. I wasted my life. blah, 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 blah things. Those things are there, but you can grab and you can waste today also. But better you forget about those things, you study and you start it right now. Okay, you forget about the past, that you cannot change it, and you forget about the future also, that also you don't have any control over it. How you are controlling the future is that you are controlling your present. So better you start now. That is the best time. Okay, even if I lost some time, I started right now. So always that is my my answer to that thing. And something I will say, see, some of the very interesting things I have found out here is that, see, some of the paper cuttings I have gone through, say 65-year-old Odisha man said to join MBBS after clearing NEET. So what kind of skill set? This is not a just a one odd story that I'm coming into. I have learned a lot of people even taking LLBs, MBBS, CAS, some of the examples, and we have to really appreciate these people for learning. So what he is telling is, this person is telling that I want to always go to MBBS, but because of my family issues, financial issues, I never could do that at that time. So I went and joined a bank out there. Then I couldn't do because of my career, family, etc. Now I retired. Okay, now I want to pursue my career again, once again. So that is a very wonderful thing. Age doesn't matter actually. Your education doesn't matter where you are coming into. So those are the things. See, I think this is from one Kerala place only. So one 50-year-old woman passes the LLB with flying colors. She secures the 3rd rank. That happened in Kerala, I believe. So these things are happening. So people are learning even at the age of 50s, 60s. And so this, just look into this man. He's from India only. Okay, now he has taken the master in economics at the 98 years old. So he's just learning, he's doing some research right now at the age of 98. Okay, so what I'm saying, age doesn't matter. Okay, whatever you say that I don't have that age to learn, I don't have that skill to learn. Okay, whenever you have the passion to learn, whenever there is a requirement, you definitely will learn. Okay, you can learn it, definitely. Anything you can learn. If these people can learn, for you cannot. You definitely can learn it. And nothing else is there. It's not like a monopoly. The education is not a monopoly. Okay, the education is open right now. This is the best time for you to invest yourself in your educations. Okay, I'm not asking for you to go and register for this kind of courses. So if you're interested, well, go and, no doubt about it. But education doesn't alone makes into certificates alone. Whether you pass the academics and all those things, your skill set, your things, etc., that you can definitely things. One another things is that one who completed CA at the age of 59. So you know how difficult it is to pass the CS exams, and she completed at the age of 59. So that is a passion that these people are taking. So they want to learn the knowledge. But then that's what you have to continue also. So there is no time bound. There is no restrictions on your age, gender, or your family background, or your that educational background, or wherever it is. You start now, you learn it, then you definitely can achieve better things in your life. That's what we covered in what to learn and why to learn, and then when to learn. Now we come into the last portion of here, which is how to learn. Okay, so this is another doubt here. Okay, I know I want to learn, I know what all I want to learn also, and I'm inspired to learn also, I'm ready to learn also, but how I am going to learn it? So currently, if you look into, there are a lot of mechanisms which we would say, one definitely is that this is the oldest way. There are books actually. Okay, so books is one of the oldest way of learning. People are looking, because I don't know how many currently there is no problem. See, when I started my career, there was no Google. Internet was there, but it is very hard to get actually that time internet. You have to wait till 11:30, 12 o'clock to get the dial-up connection. I think Jeevan may be knowing that time how it was very difficult even for a page to load. Right. So that was the era actually. So there was no way that you can go to search Google and find out the answers when you are doing. I struggled. I started the assembly language programming when I am doing in the MCA, and I really started struggling on that assembly language. But because I don't have any other option, I have a book with me with IBM this thing. But definitely, whenever I'm started doing the programming, the computer got crashed. I don't know what to do. Okay, then I solved it in some other way with an expert by calling just over phone. He helped me to solve that thing. But at that time, there was no computer actually. Okay, but still, this is very relevant, the books. So even I'll just showcase you. I have a bunch of books with me right now. Even now also, I'm buying so much books and learning things. So books are also very, very wonderful things. You need the focus. There are a lot of other books also on the computer science. My things, I regularly order books also, and this is one way you can learn it across. So books definitely is the oldest method, but still very, very relevant, because you will get a lot of insights by reading some books into that thing. See, other thing is that this kind of courses where you have academic courses, webinars, newsletters, events, websites, lot way you can get these details, etc. And other is that you prepare for some certifications, Oracle certified professional, because this will give you a streamlined approach to study. AWS certified solution architect, PMP certified project management professional. So you are a PMP means project management professional. So these kind of certifications will definitely give you an advantage over your, whenever I'm speaking to, even for the marketing side also, this will give, I have this much kind of certified people are there in my company, or I can say as a resource, I can say that I have a lot of experience, a lot of certifications, so that these people will believe, okay, you are an expert in that, because passing these exams are not that much easy. You need, at least they will ensure that you have some kind of knowledge over it. So these are well internationally accredited certifications. I just said few certification only. There are a lot of certifications in all of the areas, like TOGAF certifications for the enterprise architecture, ITIL certifications, a lot of other things. So certifications will definitely help you and streamline things. And one of the most advantage method I would say here is that these things basically, I don't know how many of you have heard about all those things. So there are a lot of platforms right now available for you, even maybe for a free of cost also sometimes, especially YouTube. I know people currently, whenever you have any problem, you go to this kind of YouTube, understand things, coming back. And some of my experiences also, I don't know how many of you are this thing or expert in these things. There are platforms like Simply Learn, Pluralsight, Coursera, which offers maybe sometimes it's maybe premium courses where you have to invest in money, you are investing time also, but some of them are really, really worth kind of things. But coming into my personal this thing, I think you can screen my this thing, LinkedIn Learning. See my screen? Yeah. So one is that one is my one of my favorite things that I use is generally is one is LinkedIn Learning. Earlier it was Linta. Now LinkedIn has captured this thing. So this also comes with some kind of subscription, but it's also but it also have some kind of free trainings also, I believe. Something you can invest it out there. Other thing is that I would recommend very heavily for these people. I think some of you are already aware about this platform, which is called Udemy. Why I am referring these things are, see, if you look into these courses, the courses are very good actually. But if you look in the price range, it comes around 400, 500 for the entire course. Right. So the entire course, it will be somewhere around 400 to 500 rupees. So you can invest at least one course per month, some 500 rupees that you are investing in yourself. It's an investment actually. Okay, you can learn a lot of things from this this udemy.com. So I think a lot of people here also have experienced it. I think how Ashwin, you remember you started this from Udemy only, right?
Ashwin recently completed one more course.
Yeah, definitely. So
He got
that's what,
certified.
yeah. So what I'm telling that we started from Udemy only. That one course from Flutter, right, Ashwin?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Actually,
like that.
we started with Angular.
I think, yeah, we started with Angular, then we went to Flutter also, like this thing. So these are the courses which is very cheap, and but they are very relevant also. YouTube is there, obviously, but you have to lot of search. The content may not be that much good, maybe outdated, etc. But here at least they will ensure that this is a platform. This is very reasonable pricing also. You can go and learn a lot of things. So LinkedIn is a little bit expensive. But one more thing I will introduce you is this O'Reilly platform. I don't know how many of you have heard and used. Anybody heard about this O'Reilly platform? Ashwati?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
O'Reilly has lots of books. I've never heard of their online platform.
Yeah. This is one online platform. O'Reilly is basically a publisher in technology books. A lot of books you search, you'll get. So O'Reilly has a platform for learning. This is a little bit highly priced out there, but it's really worth a penny if you are really interested to learn technology. Okay, so you look into a lot of things are there. Basically, even you will get a lot of books also here. See what kind of books you require. You will get a lot of books for learning these things. And learning paths also, even lot of events also they are introducing the events like these are the live events with the experts, may not be from India itself, maybe from outside people. So what you want to learn out there, so this gives live events. We can attend these live events. If you miss, they will send the records, but what the benefit of attending these live events is that you can ask the questions that will be get answered. So a lot of things you see, a lot of stuffs are there. And if you come into books, then that is basically, I don't know, I usually get lost in this kind of books out there. So if you look into data science, whatever you want, see, you will get lot of things, books out there. Okay, these old books you can read. Even videos are there. Something maybe videos are there. Something maybe books are there. So I know some of you may have heard about Snowflake. So lot of things out there. It's a huge collection of books, huge collection of videos. It's always get updated with the data. And there are some live events. There are some interactive sessions where they will give the scenarios and will ask you to do all those things. So machine learning, you can start statistics if you want to learn. Lot of these things are there. Okay, and it's really interesting. That's what I would say. Lot of things I learn also. I came across. I don't know how I came across to these things, but when I came across, I found it is very very interesting things. So a lot of books. That's somewhere I'm learning and reading also. So basically, what I'm telling is that these are the mechanisms that you can learn. So O'Reilly is one of my favorite right now, which is a little bit priced, but really I believe this kind of investment will help you if you are ready to learn. And LinkedIn, again, YouTube is definitely, all of you know. Udemy I would prefer, because you will get very good courses at a very low price. So and simply in Coursera, Pluralsight also is one of the other platform which goes into deep. LinkedIn is you can use for not just for technology, you can use for your skill set development, even English development, as I said, communication development, lot of other things you can improve. So there are a lot of ways in this era to improve yourselves. You just require a phone or a computer with an internet. You can learn a lot of things. Okay, but I request you also one thing. You should have some kind of discipline yourselves also. Otherwise, you will get lost in this kind of platform. That is the other disadvantage of this internet. You search it out, you don't know what to do finally. But if you have that kind of discipline, you will have a lot of things to learn in these things. right? So these are the some of the platforms, books, certification courses that we can use. This answers the questions of how we can learn the technology also. So this is what I want to cover it up. So anything, any questions, anything, feedbacks?
No questions, Sreekanth.
Yeah.
But
Other
looking
people?
forward to the
No
rest of the
questions, Sreekanth.
questions.
Punnu, Shudi, Manju, Ashwin, Akhil, all the seniors.
I think Manju's introduction is pending.
Yeah. Manju, you there? No, she's still not able to do it. Yeah, any questions? Or anything you can tell?
As always, no questions, sir. You make sure that everything is clear in one go. What we will do?
No, it's not like that. Okay, Punnu,
Yes, sir.
anything from your
No,
side?
no. That was a fabulous presentation. I was also wondering, wow, that was a great thing. I
Yeah.
never expected such a thing. It cleared everything, as actually said. So
Yeah.
many whys, what, how, and everything.
Okay, thanks. Divya, you there?
Yes, it was good, and I liked it very much. And I'm waiting for your further presentations.
Yeah, true. That we will start tomorrow. Okay, so anybody else? Ashwin, Akhil, we can closely. We can quickly close the other session because always it's time is gone actually more than what we expect. Or anybody else? I just called few names. That doesn't mean that others cannot speak. Anybody else?
I hope, right, like Ashwati said, you explained everything that's like very systematic and understandable way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So shall we close the session for today?
I hope for the day, yes, Sri.
Yeah.
Sreekanth, Sangamesh.
Yes, boss. I am also
Yes,
of the
sir.
opinion that yes, we have
Okay.
covered whatever is scheduled to be covered.
Yes,
There
yes,
is no
yes.
room for confusion.
For asking any
Fair
doubts
enough.
also. Thank you very much, Sreekanth, for the day.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks all for attending the sessions. I hope the journey will be there for you and your
I think
feedback.
you must
your
be sharing that videos also, no?
Yeah, definitely. I'm recording that thing. Once I completed, we'll be sharing those videos also. So, but more than watching the videos, I would recommend all people to come interact.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that's an experience that we will get.
Yeah, that is true. Really true.
Okay. So
okay,
thanks.
Sri. Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you very
thanks
much.
so
Bye-bye.
much. All of
Thank
you.
you so
Bye.
much, sir.
Thank you all, and thanks, Sreekanth, for
Thank
this
you.
session. Wish you all a happy
Can I
Dussehra.
say my vote of thanks because I already prepared for it?
Definitely go ahead.
I know I messed up with the intro, but I'm ready with my vote.
Okay, no issue. Go ahead.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this inaugural ceremony of design thinking, where we all missed the caption from the introduction itself, design thinking. We named it, Sreekanth named it. So let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank Mr. Sreekanth sir, who despite his busy schedule has found time to organize the training program and also briefing the course outline and also clear some of our whys, what and when questions. Okay. And I also express my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Jeevan sir and Sankamesh sir for their valuable contribution to this event. Last but not the least, I thank all the distinguished invitees present here for your esteemed presence and cooperation in making this event a grand success. It is not appropriate if I'm not concluding my words without telling few words on Sreekanth sir. As we all know, he's really curious. I have to really stress the word curious because he's really curious in learning new technologies and is a fast learner. His curiosity in technology made him what he is today. He never stops learning and always loved to introduce something new in his coding. and also always try to motivate people around him. He's a great team player, we can say, because he's not only a self-learner, but also always tries to pull out the other team members out of the box. If it was not him, I wouldn't be so confident in my field. I always follow the path what he showed me. I'm really happy that he always finds time to help us whenever I reach him for technical, either it is a technical or a personal matter. He's always ready to talk with me, and I know he's doing the same with others also. Before I conclude, I believe it is apt to quote a line from the Lord Tennyson's Ulysses. That is a poem. Okay, there's a line there: to strive, to seek, to find, and still not yield. Remember, this is just a beginning. Grab the opportunity and never miss a chance to perfect your skills and become more competent in your field. So, as Sreekanth sir told, the best time is now. So, good luck and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Benu. Thank you. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank
10
you.
o'clock.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good
thanks.
one, Punu.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Bye.
Spend good time to prepare it.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.